Hello, my precious pensive Pisces. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I am here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of November. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you, Pisces. You were first for the last segment, and you're second this one. So I really appreciate all of your support and the likes. So, Pisces, what came out in the cleansing ceremony is obsession. So there's some sort of obsessive thought that is going on in the membrane. Very much stuck in a mental harness in some sort of way. We have the Chariot coming out in reverse. So this can be about something not moving forward. And, you know, it might be like how you planned the movie to go, right? You may have been obsessed with things going a certain way and things just weren't moving forward the way that you want it, right? You always want to be riding the chariot. So, you know, something is not moving forward here. This is also a Cancer card. So it has to do with that divine feminine energy. So, you know, the divine feminine energy has to do with the flow, right? And when you obsess about a certain timeline, it isn't allowed to flow the way that it needs to. And we have Adunio using hearing. So for me, that means because, you know, in the last video, it was very much, or two videos ago for you Pisces, you know, Mercury retrograding in Scorpio, right? Like lots of things coming back from the dead, including the dead. And Pisces, since you're always tuned into the realm of the unseen, that's one of your gifts, you know, you're going to hear that shit. Excuse my language. So Mercury retrograded into Libra on the 27th. And it's going to go direct in Libra on November 3rd. And then it's going to keep moving forward through Libra until November 10th. And then on November 11th, it's back in Scorpio, baby. So, you know, you get a little breather, you know, for what's to come with what you've been hearing and, you know, the voice in your ear, so to speak. And yeah, so now's the breather. And then all that stuff that has happened, right? Mercury's going to go back into Scorpio, and we are going to ask once more, like, did you really break that cycle that you know, thought you would? So, right. All right, let's see. This is the Scorpio season, death and rebirth. So what we are going to do is take a look at what cycle you are stuck in, what needs to die in the cycle, and what needs to be reborn in the cycle, right? Because Scorpio season is all about the transformation, the transmutation, taking one form of energy and transmuting it into another, right? It's that shamanistic Scorpio energy. So we are going to see what cycle are you stuck in? What cycle is Pisces? Whoop. Coming out kind of stuck, but also kind of in reverse. Wow, obsession again. Yeah. So the thing is it's cutting off this obsession, right? The inability to not be able to stop obsessing about something. Let's see. What is this? Oh, Judgment, the World, Knave of Air in reverse, and the Hermit in reverse. Wow, that's a lot. Whew. You have 3 major arcanas coming out, Pisces. All right, so we have Judgment, which is Pluto. So there's some sort of transformation that has not taken place yet, right? It does look like you are getting ready to release it with the help of, you know, Pluto. Pluto also finally went direct October 4th, you know, thank goodness, because Pluto and Saturn here and Jupiter were all retrograding together there in Capricorn for a while, and it really took a toll on the world. But there is some sort of transformation that it is, you know, coming about, but it's about some sort of judgment here. This can be about piousness in some sort of way. The judgment here, because as you can see, doves are coming out of her hoo-ha. So, you know, it's very much, you know, judgment about maybe sexuality or things like that. When it comes to the world, yeah, at the state of the world, right? At the state of Saturn forces, and Saturn is the divine masculine, the patriarchal forces, the social structures, wealth accumulation, you know, things that we realize that, you know, yeah, there's a good reason to judge them, right? But this is very much about how you fuck the world. Whew. Wow. All right. We have the Knave of Air in reverse. So, you know, when it has to do with communication, like coming out with the Hermit, right? And this is some Virgo energy reverse. And the Virgo is very much like, you know, this is how things have to be. This is how things have to be. And the Hermit learns, you know, the wisdom by going through like the dark night of the soul, right? Excuse me. This card specifically, ooh, I need to drink some water. There is a lack of water here, a lack of empathy, a lack of emotion, which is surprising, Pisces. But, you know, the Hermit is when you withdraw and you go into Hermit mode, and that's when you learn, you know, the energy of service to others and, you know, how you want to live your day-to-day life, right? All those Virgo things. But this Hermit specifically is one that turns into a werewolf. So there's definitely this kind of like out to get you sort of energy. It's in reverse, so I feel like it could have been like a time where someone didn't know what they were doing necessarily. Like they may have not realized they were turning into a beast. Woof. Pisces. You guys always take me some really interesting places. Knave of Air in reverse. So this, you know, air has to do with communication, and the Knave of Air is still a little bit underdeveloped air communication. It's like, you know, understanding to dance to your own beat sort of thing. So it does look like there's some sort of energy of like not being able to, you know, block out the haters in some sort of way, because of deeds that, because of like dirty deeds I'm hearing. Oof. And I think it's your, yeah, like judgment about how that energy has been treated. Like this is, you know, a cowgirl fucking the world, shooting her gun, you know, with her cowboy hat on. So there's definitely a lack of empathy is what I'm getting. Oof. Like emotions have kind of been shut off here. What's the light energy? Ooh, okay. Wanting to go right to the world. Shuckle, hide a berry. Yeah, like definitely hiding in the heart chakra is what I'm hearing. This is a heart chakra wound that wants to hide. So it obsesses. Whew. It says it stores a berry inside its shell. To avoid attacks, it hides beneath rocks and remains completely still. So it's like something, it's about like hides beneath a rock and remains completely still. There's some sort of, I'm getting this kind of energy too. It's like someone, it's like someone didn't know they were doing something bad because they had transformed into some sort of monster. And it could just be divine masculine energies in the world in general. It's like they didn't know. They were so over, you know, whacked out by the moon, by the power of the divine feminine, that they caused some sort of like huge judgment here. And it's really become a huge obsession. And it's because someone would rather like play dead and hide than heal this wound. Whew. What's the shadow here? Damn, Pisces, y'all are, woof, unknown hidden power. But you get your power through this psychically somehow. There is some sort of hidden psychic power that you can really break out of here. But you're stuck in this cycle of obsessing about something because it's easier to hide your heart than to tap into your hidden power of forgiveness and love. Whew. Damn, Pisces. Oh, shaped like ancient writing, it is a huge mystery whether language or unknown came first. So this is very much a philosophical quandary. You know, it's that what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? It's really that what came first. Well, there was nothing first. It was divine masculine and divine feminine together, always, at all times, right? Or, you know, just source energy. So, whew, that's some intense stuff. Pisces, you always bring me up here. Thank you, guys. Whew. All right, let's see. What needs to die in this cycle? Is this me in reverse? So the questioning of like, all right, is this like who I truly am? Is this da-da-da-da-da? Like the identity questioning needs to be put to rest here, right? So there could be, you know, like, is it really me if I this? Yeah, if like, even when you turn into a beast, right, you still did that. We understand like the chemical reactions that can happen in some ways that turn people into something that they cannot control, right? But that is just the formation of the past. So it looks like whatever sort of identity crisis is what I'm getting is, you know, there's been a hyper masculine energy over the feminine, right? Of course we have feminine warriors, but it's kind of like, is this me? Do I want to be bearing this sword? Do I want to be fighting like this, right? Is it because part of your heart has been hidden away that you feel the need to fight and be angry? You know? All right, let's see. Oof, what needs to die? King of Earth and Strength. Oof, the cock worship. The cock worship needs to die. The King of Earth here. This is Taurus energy. This is fixed earth, right? Those are, you know, immovable property, very fixed, concrete things that are in our lives. This King of Earth to me always represents when someone from the past comes back and is like, hey, are you still interested? You know, are you still interested? And she's like, yeah, I'm interested, but, you know, he's in a priest cloak. It needs to be secret and da-da-da-da-da, you know? So when these divine masculines energy come back, it's like, hey, are you still interested in just doing this cock worship, right? And this is a Libra card. So like having the balance between the divine feminine and divine masculine, having it be the feminine is small and worshiping the penis. Like, that's not us. That's not us. Whew, Pisces. Holy shit. What is the light energy here? What needs to die? Shroomish worry seed. And this wanted to come out too. Yeah, Aduno hearing. So you might be hearing, you know, the divine masculine energies that's like, hey, come back and, you know, do this for us. Like, no. We have Shroomish using worry seed. So this feels like a worry in the heart chakra. You might be worrying, you know, like, I'm getting, it's like, am I, you know, am I beautiful enough? Like, am I strong enough for you? Am I a warrior? Like, am I blue enough for you? Whatever it is, there's some sort of worry, and that's not you, right? You're not meant to, you know, like, oh, like, I hope that, da-da-da, yes, I will worship, da-da-da, like, that is not the way. It says, I wonder if I would look a little cuter with a beautiful flower. Yeah, so this definitely has some self-image. And earlier, I should have mentioned, but when Obsession first came out in the cleansing ceremony, I was seeing this kind of like as a compact mirror that some people really might be obsessing about how they physically appear in a negative way, in some sort of judgment based on, oh, what is fuckable. Oh my gosh, Pisces, you guys. Woo! Yeah, so the worry about that needs to stop, because that's not who you are, right? And like going back into Libra energy, where the balance and strength is found only through, you know, unnecessary cock worship. Woo! Right? And this is all fine and dandy, but not when it's back in the shadows and the King of Earth is running the show all the time and everything is kind of, you know, on their term. You know, breaking your moral vows for this. You know, you don't have to be this abstinence and like, oh, I'm holy because I stay away from women. That's not how divine feminine and divine masculine energies work together. No. So when the priest wants to come back and, you know, be like, oh, worship it, but you still have to stay small in the world. Right? But that also doesn't necessarily mean that we have to get our swords out. Okay? Whew. But yeah, it looks like you've been hearing a lot about this, and it might be from your ancestors. It might be, you know, from different realms. Who knows who you guys are working with, Pisces? You're tuned into all of them like a radio. It's amazing. So it says, using the feelers on its ears, it can tell how much someone is feeling or when an egg might hatch. Yeah, you are definitely getting a lot of hella downloads like a Pisces would. And it looks like you are hearing about how different people are feeling about different things, as well as like when an egg might hatch. You might be getting some, you know, messages about when you're going to have a baby or somebody's going to have a baby. All right, what's the shadow? Ooh, yeah, the heart. So the heart chakra is the shadow. This like worrying about something, possibly about like, you know, who's going to have a baby or whatever, this worry of not being good enough or whatever. That really needs to end in the heart chakra, right? This is something that's really trying to be hidden instead of healed, but it's time to, you know, unleash that hidden power and, you know, have the heart go through this hermit journey of, you know, learning how to communicate without judgment. Whew. Wow. Pisces. Y'all fuck me up. All right, let's see what needs to be rebirthed here. Bride in a cage. Oof. So this feeling of being chosen, but the way that you're being chosen is by being put in the cage. It's like it's funny, I just did a personal reading where this was like the card, and it's the same type of theme where it's like, okay, you know, you're going to claim the divine feminine, but keep it in a cage, right? On the bridal night, like keep you a virgin, but you're mine sort of energy. Like, no, like we are not, it's not that we don't want union. It's not that we don't want marriage. It's not that we don't want, you know, to be the bride, but what the cage looks like, you know, the cage itself needs to, right? The cage should be an auric bubble over us to protect us. That's what the fucking cage should be. Woo! Yeah, I definitely feel this warrior energy, and it's like, how do we forgive? Really? How do we come to the table and go through this dark night of the soul instead of, you know, obsessively having judgment for the way that we've been fucked when we've been cock worshipping the whole time? Whew, all right, what needs to be reborn? I don't even know what I'm going to call this read, Pisces. I want to call it, like, I don't even know. Oh, the King of Air in reverse. Yeah, the communication in general. It's like, I don't even know what to call this. I don't even know what to call this. And that's the thing. That's how the you know, relationship between divine feminine, divine masculine in our, you know, Saturn forces, how the world has been fucked is like, we don't even know what to call it. Like, yeah, you know, we're yours, and, you know, whew. And because it has to do with Aquarian energy, right? Aquarius is all about humanitarian endeavors and revolution and technology and science. And what I'm getting is like, that's not the way we communicate, is becoming more like group relation, right? King of Air is also, you know, communicating to large amounts of people. So that energy really needs to shift in some sort of way. But what I'm getting is like the way that like technology and science and revolution and things like that, it's not meant to put us in a cage again. It's not. Whew. What's the light energy here? What's the light energy here? Ooh. It doesn't want to come out. What needs to be rebirthed here? It's like, yeah, the way that staggering steps, yeah, it's going to be a bumpy ride. All right. So the way that like technology and science and group relations, right, which are community relations, and, you know, how revolution and things like that, how these things in the past have just continuously fucked us and kept us in more and more cages. And that is not what we want to be repeating here. With Spinda using staggering steps, I'm getting that this is going to be very confusing. Like the energy that I got out of rebirthing is like, whoa, what the F is this? Like, what is this? I don't even know what to call this, right? Like, I couldn't come up with a name to name it, and it's very baffling. And I think the rebirth is kind of finding the not complacency, but the inner peace to not obsess when things really don't make sense. Because like Pisces, you know, you can tune into any freaking station and they're all going to have an opinion. But this is, yeah, it's going to be... All right, it says the chances of two Spinda having identical spot patterns is less than 1 in 4 billion. Yeah, so Spinda for me is like a, like, since it talks about like there's only, you know, 2 Spinda is 1 in 4 billion, I take that as like divine counterpart energy. So, you know, obviously, yeah, there's, for those of you doing this on a microscopic scale, you know, in your personal relationship with your divine counterpart, like, yeah, this is a 1 in 4 billion chance. This thing really doesn't make sense. And you are being asked to heal a very imbalanced relationship here. It takes 2, and part of it is not getting fucked like this and allowing judgment like this and being kept in a cage, right? And then on a bigger scale, that's what our world is really healing here, Pisces. Wow, you guys are just the helper of all the helpers on this earth. Oh, I love Pisces energy. But yeah, this is going to be something that is going to be a little bit confusing going into the future, coming out stuck, cleaning up. So it looks like, you know, just trying to keep things tidy, trying to keep things neat, trying to, you know, make things better, clean up our world is kind of like what I'm getting. Like, yeah, the steps are going to be staggering. We don't know what we're doing, but it's really time to clean house is what I'm hearing. It says, these Pokemon prefer a tidy habitat. They're always sleeping and dusting, using their tails as brooms. So whenever tail energy comes out, I take it as like, you know, things from the past. So it's like, use the past as a way to just start cleaning up the future here, even if it is unclear. Just like the ways that you can see to clean up is like the way to go. especially when it talks about, you know, this revolutionary energy, this humanitarian energy. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Dino using roar. So for me, dragon is my twin flame. I only have a couple dragon cards, but twin flame energy wants to come out. So this looks definitely, you know, how the roar is made in the shadow needs to change. Yes, things are unclear. It's just time to clean up here. And this is going to cause a roar in the shadow energy of this. It says lacking sight. It's unaware of its surroundings. So it bumps into things and eat things that moves. So it's possible that your twin flame is, you know, lacking sight. They don't have their third eye totally open, and you might be more tuned in to them than they are to you, and you can hear them, and it might make you worry, you know, but you know, they're just bumping around being blind, and that's okay, right? That's okay. We're all a little confused right now. But the thing that needs to be rebirthed is how you're using the past to clean up these Aquarian forces. Make them clean, not that they will oppress the brides. Whew. Wow, Pisces. So I'm not doing an extended for this video segment because they're so intense. But I am offering this as a personal read. So this is my Scorpio season special for 3333. So if you are interested in booking, feel free to email me at sachithescorpioservices@gmail.com. My email is in the description box below. Oh, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you so please. All right, let's see. Pisces, whew. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. It wanted to come out in reverse. So what I'm getting is like, you know, it hasn't happened yet because the shadow work hasn't happened. But as soon as that cycle is broken, it's just like, boom, it just upgrades. It's an energetic upgrade that has yet to fully download because it's in your mind, but the action of it, right? Releasing the physical response to manifest it has yet to be done. But when that does happen, it's just like, whew, you raise so much. I'm going to ask for one more. Coming out stuck. Keepers of the earth. Yeah, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Yeah, and you know that. You know, this wanted to come out stuck, so this is very much something that you are aware of, you're kind of stuck in. It might be part of the obsession, and it might be what you're hearing, right? Your ancestors are standing beside you. So just know that you are divinely guided, divinely protected. If you didn't see the reading that I did, Whisper in Your Ear, I will link it here because it definitely ties into that reading. So, all right, Pisces, like I said, if you are interested in catching my Scorpio season special, please email me, and have a lovely, lovely Scorpio season. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.